Hello and welcome everyone. Let's bake some chocolate chip cookies. So I am beating 2 sticks of somewhat room temperature butter. While that's doing its thing, I am putting about 350 grams of flour, a teaspoon of baking powder, and a teaspoon of salt in a separate bowl and whisking that together with a fork because you don't actually need to use a whisk, just something to mix the two things together. And then after my butter is pretty whipped, I put about 3/4 cup of white sugar in there and I kind of give it a little bit of a mixy mix before I add the brown sugar. The brown sugar is the same amount, 3/4 cup, and I'm using a fourth cup measurement. That's why you're seeing it in 3 additions. It doesn't have to be, but usually you only have a fourth cup. So I go ahead and add that brown sugar in, and then I mix those two together really, really well. Once they're well incorporated, I will add my vanilla, which is about 2 teaspoons of it. Most recipes call for only 1 teaspoon. I like to put two though. And then after you add your vanilla, you want to add in 2 eggs. You want to do one at a time and let them fully incorporate before adding that second one. And then once that second egg is fully incorporated, I will go ahead and add my flour in about 3 additions, give or take. I kind of just let it mix well before adding the next one in. But you can do 3, you can do 4, you can do 2. I just don't recommend doing 1 because it's kind of a lot going into the dough at once. But I love watching the dough kind of come together and look more like cookie dough. It's like my favorite part of baking cookies and just watching that dough come together. So after all that's mixed, I go ahead and add the chocolate chips. And by the way, my video is in 2 times speed, so no, my mixer does not go that fast, and I'm not mixing the chocolate chips that fast. It's just sped up. But the chocolate chips, you can add as many as you want. I can't remember what the recipe calls for, but I just do my heart's desire. Then after that, I just scoop them onto this sheet and I let them chill in the fridge overnight or at least 2 hours before baking. And then I'll preheat my oven to 350 degrees. I tried to do 2 trays at once, but they didn't fit, so I just did one at a time. But I started with 13 minutes and went from there. I did end up adding a couple more minutes onto it at the end. It's better to do less time, check on them, and add more than to start off with too much time and have them be burnt. So when that 15-ish minutes was up, I went ahead and took them out, put the next batch in, and I think I only put them in there for 14 minutes because every batch is different too.